Now we run into an enigma wrapped up in a secret, smothered. Or I can't mess it. I messed it up. What's the phrase? I had the phrase down. It's a enigma wrapped up in a secret, smothered in secret sauce. There we go. I got it. Woo.
Man,
Rashard Smith. What are you saying?
If I say you kept that down and hush hush.
I almost got that there. At Rashard Smith at a SMU, 5'10", 196 pounds, 21 years old, from Richmond Heights, Florida. Now, here's why I say he's a hard to read kind of player right now. He is a wide receiver till last year. Is that familiar, guys?
I was about to say.
But he didn't even have 2 years. Tyrone Tracy at least had 2 years. He had 1 year as a running back, and that's it. He was a wide receiver at Miami. He rushed for 23 yards in 21, 22 and 22, and 132 yards and a touchdown in 23. But again, rushing as a wide receiver. He goes off to SMU this past year. Like I said, becomes a running back, 235 carries, 1,332 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, 14 touchdowns, 39 catches, 327 yards, 4 touchdowns, a 90.3 PFF grade. Now, what makes this difficult, though, is what school he went to? SMU. Not exactly a top-tier school. I'm not trying to knock it. There's a lot worse than SMU. Don't get me wrong. They wouldn't have given me a football scholarship. That's for damn sure. But it's not like a top tier like he was when he was at Miami. I could say it's one of the more top tier. ACC's got some good talent coming in year in, year out there. But now him going to SMU, do I trust those numbers? Or do I go, okay, some of this is probably a little bit inflated because of what the competition was he was playing. But some of this is also got to put into consideration that this is his first season as a running back. So It's really hard to determine what you think is going to be the future for this kid. But I do think someone's going to see that raw potential. Someone's going to sit there and say, you know what? He did that in his first year. Imagine with a couple years later what he would do.
Yeah, with some guidance, a little more guidance, run down the fields. Because he definitely was a player that could get the yak yards as a receiver, and he's proven that as a run back. Just put the ball in his hands, let him go.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good receiver. Obviously, he was a wide receiver. He's also a great outside runner. Again, very raw, though. He's actually been adding weight, too. Keep in mind, the running back position and the wide receiver position has different needs as far as weight class there. So he's 196 pounds right now at 5'10". He needs another 10 pounds probably to hit ideal size for a running back, if not 20 pounds. He could probably do it. He's been adding weight. But like I said, that's kind of a development thing, because then you got to find out, does he lose some speed by doing that? Because that's part of what makes him special as well. So again, you got to look at that part of it there. The big reason I want to see him add weight, though, is because he needs to add that strength. He needs to hit the weight room, basically, because he has trouble with pass blocking purely from a strength standpoint, because he's wide receiver size with linebackers coming at him. That's an issue. And it's also for better interior work there. Like I said, he's a great outside runner. If you look at all of his big plays, for the most part, it's either the wide open gaping hole that anybody could make the run. Not everybody could have made the right cut and make the home run at that point. I'm going to throw that be there clear. But anybody could have had a decent run with it. Or an outside run. And he's got a little better between the tackles, and that's going to come with the strength, I think. So, like I said, interesting prospect. I think someone's going to take him probably early day 3. 4 or 5 range at that point there. And I think someone's going to go, okay, you know what? Project, you're like running back 3 this year. We're just going to train you up, and next year is when you're really going to start seeing him.
Yeah, just put in the backfield when you get close in the red zone for here and there. Yeah, late in the game.
What about red zone? Depending on where you want to go, what kind of play you want to go. If you want to do a third down back kind of scenario for him like that, sure. But
late in the game.
Like I said, he's going to be someone that's going to get a chance to show what he can do in the NFL. I'm just not so sure if he's not going to have to sit for a year before he shows that. Let him develop. Let him develop the right way. Don't force him out there. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please.